Hello everyone and welcome to the Carcode YouTube channel. Today I'm taking a look at this, the ID.POLO GTI. You may recognise this car as the ID.2 or ID.GTI concept, but now it's been confirmed that it will be called the Polo, perfect for the 50th anniversary of the vehicle. As you can see, there's definitely some Polo vibes there, which looks good. It is still fully camouflaged, the vehicle, as you can see, but this time next year they will release the fully production vehicle. So it's 2 years since the ID.GTI concept came out, so it's been a long time in the making and another year till it will arrive, but hopefully it'll be worth the wait. It'll use the limited slip differential you see on the Golf GTI at the front, the first on an electric Volkswagen, so this is exciting to see. And as with the other Volkswagen models, it's on the front wheel drive MEB platform, which is new, and the first cars we're going to see when that will be the ID.POLO and the ID.CROSS. Not only will it look sporty, the ID.POLO GTI will be the most powerful Polo to date with 265 PS to the front wheel. So a true hot hatch, aiming to go up against some new electric hot hatches like the Alpine A290, for example, which is quite a cool little hot hatch that I recently reviewed. So there's definitely more competition coming. So it has the power to also go with those sporty looks. To the side, you can see it's pretty fully camouflaged still, but we saw the ID.GTI concept very similar. Compared to the ID.2 or the ID.POLO, you've got lower skirts down the side for that sporty look as you see on a normal GTI, unique wheels, and of course that different powertrain. Different bumpers at front and rear as well, make it sportier again. And obviously in the production, we might see a few tweaks here and there, but this is meant to be pretty close to what we're gonna see on the roads. To the rear, there's gonna be a light badge, and you've got the light up VW logo as well, as we see on quite a lot of new Volkswagens now. So it looks really smart. You've still got the classic GTI badge across there like we see on the Golf, which does look really nice. I really like how that looks. Of course, you've got a sportier rear bumper diffuser section down here as well, which is more an impactful look. So here it is, the ID.POLO. It's not here just yet. 2026 is when we're going to see it hopefully hit UK roads. It's been a long time coming, this car, but it makes sense for the 50th anniversary to keep the Polo name. I think that's a great decision by Volkswagen. As you can see, it's very similar to the ID.2 concept. Not much has changed, it's more at the front end. You've still got these rear concealed door handles, which looks great, and a very Volkswagen look, which everyone's glad they're going back to. It has a bit more ID.3 look at the front, but definitely has a bit of Polo in there, which is great to see. And they're going to continue that with other models as well, including the ID.CROSS, which is like a T-Cross electric, and also there will be a Golf as well. So some very exciting cars coming, and fingers crossed for a Beetle as well, so we'll see. The ID.POLO is confirmed to have up to 280 miles of range or 450 kilometers. You may notice it's in Volkswagen Harlequin colours, which is quite cool. Harking back to the 90s when they had these colours on different panels on the vehicle, if you remember, which looked pretty cool. Maybe hinting to the colours that will be available on the vehicle. That might be quite exciting. The GTI is in a tornado red wrap, so that might make sense, but we've also got a yellow in there. Could be like the canary yellow on the new T-Roc, white of course, and also the turquoisey, could be like a McKenna turquoise. I also really like the indigo as well. Quite a cool wrap on the vehicle, doesn't leave much to the imagination. You can pretty much tell what the car will look like when it's fully unveiled. So you can see to the front of the car, you kind of have to look through the camouflage and kind of picture the vehicle, and it does have more of an ID.3 look, especially with this section here, which I'm not sure about, but we have to see it on the production vehicles. So we've got that IQ lights, it seems, which look great, really nice, a little bit slimmer than what we see on the ID.CROSS concept, which is a bit of a chunkier aesthetic. Aerodynamic, as you can see, looks great. Also, you have the Aerodynamic 19-inch alloy on this show car, which obviously they will start from smaller wheels for better range, but also still great style. So yeah, it looks really good. They're fine-tuning a lot of the technical elements. It's quite different from the rear-wheel drive MEB platform vehicles. It is set up to be a front-wheel drive car, of course, as all internal combustion engine vehicles from Volkswagen normally are. So this is the new MEB Plus front-wheel drive platform. So you've got the electric engine, if you like, at the front, and then you've of course got the batteries in the floor pan. You can see behind me, it tells you more technical things about the vehicle and which vehicles are going to be used on this platform. It will be the ID.CROSS, the ID.POLO, the Škoda Epiq, the Cupra Raval, and so many more are going to be using this platform, the ID.1 as well, which should be called the ID Up when it's released. So that's quite exciting. As you can see, they are going to put some good tyres on, hopefully as standard. We've got Continental Eco Contact in this case. So hopefully the grip should be better than what we see on a lot of EVs. It's about time Volkswagen did introduce a front wheel drive product. The rear wheel drive's been great and really good for bigger vehicles, but this is going to be exciting for Volkswagen. So I'm joined with Andreas Mindt, the head designer of Volkswagen here, to tell me a little bit more about the ID.CROSS and also the ID.POLO. So it's great to see the Polo names carried on now because it's 50 years anniversary. Can you tell me a bit more about the decision for that?
I think it was very logic because going back to the root of Volkswagen, you know, the first Volkswagen was named Volkswagen 1200, you know, and it was so stiff that the people said, no, it's a Käfer, it's a Beetle, Maggiolino, whatever, you know, all around the world, it collected a nickname. And this is Volkswagen typical. It's human touch, is what our customer want. You know, they want to give their cars a name, and this is what we understand now, and we put the name on it. And this is way more human than
personal.
Having
like numbers. I agree definitely. So how, obviously this is like an electric T-Cross, how kind of close are we to production with these?
Mega close.
Close.
Officially we say 80-20, 80% production, 20% show car. But I would rather say 90-10.
Okay. And the same with the ID.POLO as well?
Yes, same amount. Yes, exactly, this is the same amount. So the wheel is slightly smaller than, this is 21 inch.
Show car,
It's going to be 20 inch.
Max,
so that's a big change. And then it's a little bit slimmer, but that's about it.
Some tweaks here and there, but what we're going to see is going to be pretty similar to the show cars, which is great because they're recognizable as Volkswagens rather than kind of cars that look like other vehicles. Everyone knows it's a Volkswagen. Like I said about the ID.1, it's got a very kind of strong Volkswagen look to it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to say, but I have been hoping for a long time for an ID Beetle. Would this be in the pipeline in the future?
I have an explanation for this. Now, I love that. It's fantastic. Myself, I have an old Beetle, a vintage one from 1970. My daughter drives a new Beetle, so Beetle is really in my heart. But at the moment, you know, we have a double portfolio. The whole industry is, not only Volkswagen. So we have to do homework first. So we have to go into profit pools and not into niche cars. So this is what we're doing first. And then second, we do this. But step by step, we go further.
We'll see further. So some great information. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me. And it's a very exciting time for Volkswagen. They're dominating the IAA this year with so many exciting models and this new platform. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully we'll draw in existing Polo customers as well, much more likely to with a recognizable name for that heritage as well. And we can see that in the vehicle. Why do you think this is going to be popular? Well, on the outside it's Polo size, but the inside promises to be Golf size. So that's quite impressive. It's going to have quite a large boot as well. So it's going to be spacious, great family, urban commuter vehicle, outside being quite compact, easy to park. The full interior has not been revealed yet, but the kind of illustrations are out there online and the animations, but we don't have the full specs yet, so quite exciting to see what it will end out like. Charging the vehicle has moved to the front of the vehicle. I quite like the rear port, but this makes sense and you can access the boot easily. It's not on the very front of the car either. It's thought that it's going to have 11 kilowatt charging as standard as well, so it'll be more modern. And the fast charging, of course, that's not been released yet. We're still a year off, but hopefully it'll be up there with most of them. But if you could charge at home, that'd be ideal. The ID.POLO is expected to start around £25,000, so the GTI model will be looking at 30 plus. That's kind of in line with other models like the Alpine, for example. This looks really great. I can't wait to see it uncamouflaged.